Amazon, founded in 1994 by Jeff Bezos, soon became one of the world's dominant organisations to sell goods overseas. Over its 22 years of running, Amazon has faced a plethora of crises, resulting in different forms of reputational damage. Throughout this podcast, I will be focusing on the recent depictions of Amazon warehouses and how employees feel working there. In 2015, the New York Times, a hugely respectable newspaper in the USA, released an article on Amazon describing it to be a bruising workplace and outlining several inhumane practices and attitudes towards the employees. The article featured quotes from over 100 current and ex-employees, says the Times executive editor. Quotes include how employees saw nearly every person they worked with cry at their desks, and also how they were encouraged to tear apart one another's ideas in meetings. The article really delves into the dark corners of what Amazon's warehouses are allegedly like. After the article was released, it received a massive media coverage, with more news reports and articles following the issues from Amazon workplaces in not only the USA but other parts of the world also. The stakeholders that were most affected from the supposed mistreating of staff and poor workplace conditions for Amazon would have been the employees themselves and the loyal customers. Many employees of Amazon felt let down and betrayed by the organisation after they had heard about the article. It had been clearly shown throughout the piece how devastated employees were about being messed around and undermined by Amazon, some stating how unreasonably high the set targets were and that they would see people practically combust. The article was full to the brim with adverse comments from unhappy employees, and that is the way they chose to criticise Amazon, publicly. It affected them in many different ways. The disloyalty from Amazon that had been portrayed in the New York Times article suggested that many employees lost their job within weeks of working for unknown or invalid reasons. As a result of this alleged misconduct, people's livelihoods were then put at risk as they were dismissed from work with no warning. Another stakeholder group that was criticised by Amazon after the article was released were the loyal customers. They too felt as if they'd been let down and betrayed by the organisation. Comments following the release of the article: due to the large profit margin Amazon has, it should not be scrimping and scraping on the things that matter most, like well-being. The Guardian reported, by the morning of Cyber Monday, a marketing term for the Monday after Thanksgiving holiday, 11,463 people had pledged to avoid shopping on Amazon from the 1st to the 25th of December, promising to spend a combined $2.5 million at other retailers. The article was not released until 2015, however it had been discovered previous to this that employees were being paid under the living wage. Judging from this prediction of profit margins falling in December 2014, it could be seen as a hypothesis for effects of this more recent situation. In the email, he also included an additional website link that connected to a website for positive comments from employees referring to the crisis. He urged all of his employees to have a careful read of both and that he hoped they didn't recognise the company described. Bezos also fought back from the article by releasing his own comments of disapproval, stating that the portrayal of Amazon in the article doesn't describe the Amazon he knows or the caring Amazonians he worked with every day. This is another communicative practice as it reached out to stakeholders and publics. I believe this to be a positive form of crisis communication. Without those comments of his being released, it may have had detrimental effects on Amazon.
Picker's the one that goes out with and pulls the items out of the bins that the customers have ordered.
Based on the exploration of Amazon's alleged situation, it would appear that, contrary to my initial theory regarding the response to the New York Times article attack about Amazon's warehouses, I now believe that it was dealt with in a fairly professional manner despite the ongoing criticism. On the other hand, I do believe that more could have been done on Amazon's behalf to prove to stakeholders and publics that the warehouses weren't as they've been portrayed, and employees were generally happy with the company's policies. Although crisis management suggests it's important to be honest and open with the media, it would seem that Jeff Bezos genuinely didn't believe the extent to which the issues were being depicted in the article, which may explain why he denied the accusations. In conclusion, the expanding profit margins for Amazon over 2015 to now would imply that the crisis didn't have a huge impact for the organisation or its profits, and also proves that customers still use Amazon to buy online.